I've been doing this forever, and I have really never considered doing anything else but making art. And it's been, I feel very fortunate to be able to do something that I love and do it professionally. And something that I'm engaged in constantly growing, learning, changing, evolving. It keeps work life very interesting and exciting.
It's a sense of accomplishment for me, and it's always nice to be recognized where somebody says they like something that you've created. That goes along with the art form to me. Any type of art, whether it's painting, writers, any type of art, performing artists, I think they all get the same satisfaction of knowing that people like something they've created.
My artwork is something that comes from within, something that nurtures me and something I have to do. But I feel that that is a very important beginning for anything that's successful, is to do it from your heart. And if you can do it that way, other people will pick up on it.
Every culture in the world ends up creating some sort of music that they join together in, and there's some kind of mystic positive power in music. Obviously, I think God gave us that, and because the earliest chants and all that type of thing have a reason, and they actually bring people together, and it usually is in a positive way. Expansion on the human experience. To me, what I find very interesting in interacting with people when I have done a performance, or the type of performance that I do, whether it's stories that usually have some type of a reason for being written or a meaning, you're actually, it's almost like giving somebody a message, a positive message for what I do, that actually helps them in their everyday life, or even just cheers them up. It's the thing of when you go into even play for rest homes or the Veterans Center, and you see that you're actually giving them something of yourself that's making them feel better.
I think that we just have added something. We've added some really good things to the community. People recognize other folks when they've been in a show. And after 30 years, it's been a real pleasure to bring people on stage and to be part of our show. And it's fun to watch the people, because they become somebody else for a short 6 weeks period of time. They get to be a gangster or a whatever, a showgirl, a stripper, a clown, a roustabout, a puppet, a witch, a gentleman. And these are taking people off the street who are lawyers and accountants and teachers and moms and dads and ministers, and putting them in a totally different perspective that they would never have been able to do if we were not here.
I think, besides myself, we have a great deal of artists who are a real benefit to the community, who really have something to bring and show for the town of Monte Vista.
We have the distinction of being one of the very few small communities that can say we've had a community theater for 30 years. As in anything with a community theater group, it's not perfect. It's not, you don't stop and start and edit, but it's live theater, and that's the beauty of it, because people can walk away humming and singing these songs, or a week later say, oh, I saw so-and-so, I saw the last show you did, it was great. Wasn't Carol wonderful, Carol Morning? Or some of these people that are in these shows, people just rant and rave and still talk about some of the people who have moved away. And it's a great feeling to see these people develop into something.
Monte Vista is a good place to be able to do artwork. We don't have really high expensive studio type properties that we have to invest in as much as you would in a community like Aspen or.
The challenging part is a certain amount of isolation. Well, actually, that's both challenging and useful. I need a lot of time to not be distracted and just spend the time in the studio. But the isolation comes from not having a market locally for the work that I do. So I export a lot of my work, and so that also means that a lot of the profits from my work go to galleries outside of Monte Vista. And a lot of the profits from my work go to galleries outside of Monte Vista. And so, for instance, a gallery will have a 50% commission on a sold piece. And so that's anywhere from $500 to several $1,000s that didn't get generated and stay in the valley. And there also is no real substantial art supply store here. And so all of my supplies, everything from this little pencil and eraser to large canvases, comes from a mail order source. So that can be a challenge, in that you really have to plan ahead in order to get the equipment here. And that's also a large bit of my income that's going outside the valley again. So, and then there's a certain lack of understanding about what I do.
Become aware of what art does for you. If it's music or if it's a piece of photography that's beautiful, something that represents something that means something to you, I think that has to be cultivated within the individual. It has to be something that individual wants to share, whether it be participating in viewing art or participating in going and listening to a beautiful piece of music, a production of some sort that inspires you. I think that has to come from the person.
In school curriculums, they have done away with so many music programs. I'm sure, like when you grew up and when I grew up, that was something that there wasn't a choice, is that you had to have music class. Well, you know, we're kind of losing a little of that in society, and maybe what's going on with kids today reflects the lack of music in the world.
You know, committees formed, whatever that needs to be done when we have grant monies that come into the community, and we can use those grant monies. Let's put some of that into sustaining some of the artistic part of it, because really tourism and that type of thing, it's about art. We will be forced to move away from materialism.
Beyond the message of a song or poetry or art,
This is a fun thing. Art is it's a